counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now a play fake, and it's locked. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dante Moncrief with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in. And
they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They go again with Rawls. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Black round! Ohio!
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Brissett on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Come on, let's go!
On the bootleg, it's Brissett. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go, Ohio! Ohio!
2nd down, Brissett. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw. Luck. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Throwing again is Luck. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Luck on 3rd down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Williams in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. The Colts send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Jets. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
A second down throw for Brissett. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. They'll throw again. Brissett. He's going to wind up and air it out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Again, it's Brissett. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's the Jets punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. They begin with a run by Crowell. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st down, Locke. Going right side here, and that's complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Fresh set of downs here. Again, Luck. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Second and 10, Luck again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dante Moncrief with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Brissett. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Terrell Basham. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Ohio! Here we go! Ohio!
From the gun, here's Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Easy.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's Luck now on second down. His throw caught right around the 6. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where we we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there in the game.
And now look at him go. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. Luck on first down. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. The tight end changing his position. On second down, here's Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Brissett now on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On third down, Brissett. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Thomas. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Colts getting ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
the kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. From the 50, it's Long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Play fake. Here's Brissett. Throw left side complete. It's Anderson. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go.
First down, Brissett. It's caught right side. It turns. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Flex round. Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Come on, let's go.
Play fake, Brissett. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. There aren't any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. So out now come the Jets. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Brissett. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable for Thomas. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st down, it's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st and 10, Locke. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. Luck now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
In motion goes the tight end. To the air again, Luck. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
3rd and 2, Luck. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now it's the backup, Hackenberg. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. From the gun, Hackenberg. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. On 1st and 10, Hackenberg. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. So they're on that play. Offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
After the interception, it's Luck. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now a play fake, and it's Luck. Powers through. And his throw is incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing on third down, Luck. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.